travel pay and stuff like that.
Okay, this is the computer room.
So this will become the computer room in here.
Okay.
This is going to be the extension of the library I told you, because we got plenty of space to line up bookshelves, wall to wall, with bookshelves in here for the rest of the Animal Crichton library.
That's good. You gotta just paint this back wall.
Oh yeah, I'm gonna paint. Well, I'm gonna change all this.
Oh, you gonna take that purple out?
This purple out. This remind me of the Barney room.
Hey, dude, you got like a psychedelic.
Yeah. I didn't like that. When Kim was here, Kim Brooks was here. I didn't like that at all.
How they doing? They down there. Her and Scooter down there in Atlanta.
No, they're here in Fairmont.
Oh, they came back.
Back there living up
you
there.
You gotta take us on up to the top floor, baby boy.
Then this is another area. I'm gonna work on this, get all this prepped up, and see what we can turn this into a space as well.
This is a big house, man.
It's real big.
This is an old school house.
Here's where the fire was.
Okay.
They had a fire up here, and I got the drywall and stuff to start working up in here too. This out there in the building.
I hear you, baby. This is a big building, man.
It's humongous. Up here, when we start having the music and the arts and stuff, I think I'm gonna put up here.
Yeah.
All the instruments and stuff.
Yeah,
so it's out of the way. But this used to be the maids' quarters.
This is my first time
when
ever.
Leroy had maids, this was the maids' quarter, the cleaners' quarter.
They stayed up here at the top.
This was a kitchen right here. They had a kitchen that was in there. The bathroom was right in here. And then their living room area or whatever is probably in here, or bedroom, whatever you want to call it.
Hey, man. Hey.
In this space.
This house smelled like that house. I had a house over on Maple Avenue that was big. It smelled like this. Same thing.
Yeah.
This is something else, man.
Humongous, isn't it? So there's so much we can do here at the community center. So much room to do a lot of things.
Yeah.
You just got to have the right mindset to a person to move it forward. And that's what we kept lacking. We had people that had good intentions, but nobody wanted to be a mover or a shaker. They were bench warmers, as I call them.
I got to be honest. We got to be able to teach both. Now I see some boldness in this young group. I see Justin Stevens. We need a young man that's intelligent with boldness. Young people that are intelligent
and
with
that's
boldness.
who you got to exercise to keep them in that direction.
You got to give them assignments,
or they'll lose that fuse.
Right. You got to give them assignments, and see if they can complete them assignment. But I see some signs. I feel their enthusiasm.
Yeah, it's there.
So we got
to keep the spark going for him,
right?
Or he'll fuse out.
But what we got to do
that's the key.
But what we got to do is be able to get him some accomplishments.
That's what I mean.
That gives you.
Yeah. Well, this will be one of them.
This will be one of them.
Once he see that this went, then there'll be other things down the pipeline he'll want to do.
Right.
But you got to have the first spark there. That's what it takes, that first spark to get the fire going.
So how often is it? What's the hours? You ain't got no hours right now.
No, we haven't established anything. We're still getting the building together and getting things lined up and stuff. And we just got it started in the fall.
Right, you kind of still restructuring things.
Yeah, restructuring. I got United Way on board. I just did a thing with them a couple weeks ago where I had to do my presentation and give them the plan and all that. And so forth.
United Way,
very well.
Tiffany Walker. No,
Tiffany's no longer with them.
Okay.
She got her own business downtown now and focusing on that. So she walked away. But I do have her on as an advisor for here. So if there is questions I need to know about United Way and other resources, I have her on board to go to say, hey, what other resources do you think I can go to get money for this or this or this? So that's what I've been doing.
Okay. Yeah. Now, what I was looking at is this needs to be functional as well as the Dunbar High School needs to be.
Well, here's the thing, Mr. Houston. We've been reaching out to him forever and a day to let it go. See, they're not going to ever give Richard funding because Richard had $50,000 that the city of Fairmont gave to him, or county commission, one of them gave to him, to put in that school. And where he put it was across the street in that other building that's like a cafeteria.
So he need,
instead of using it in that school to maybe fix that gym area that could have been refixed.
He said the roof needed
the roofing that would have saved that gym from being water damaged like it is now.
Because what happened is the roof got bad
and the water come in and started damaging the rest of the premises. So now that gym floor is all warped and everything else got to be redone. Yeah. So that's another expense that could have been avoided if he'd used it where he's supposed to use it. And then probably got to go in there and redo all the walls because those walls are probably done way back then when asbestos was approached, So you got to redo all that painting in there.
Got to take all that stuff out of there.
Yep, to clear out any asbestos.
I used to do basketball down there with Eddie White. We used to do and I remember
and then plus that basketball court got a stage that's behind that.
So that could be used as an event center.
Exactly. There's a lot of potential there, but as long as Houston's holding on to it, the city ain't going to do a whole lot with that, and that's why they haven't been giving them money. Yeah. And so forth, because of what he did with the money that they gave.
Now he put the money into that cafeteria.
And the building across the way, and that building a kitchen on there, and air conditioning and all that.
You say the money?
No $50,000 job. I can say that. The building ain't that big. The building probably about the length of this.
You said it wasn't no $50,000 job.
It wasn't no $50,000 job. I would say maybe $30,000. I don't know where the other 20 went. But I would say that's a $30,000 job.
So the city gave him $50,000
for a Dunbar, and that's where he put it. Was in that one building. So he says.
Okay. Well,
I'll leave it at that.
Well, yeah. We're gonna end on that note, and.
But that's what. So we've been trying to want to take it over as part of the community center as well, because I know there's a lot of potential there.
Well,
a grand potential.
Grand potential with that, but I see Dunbar High School as being an African American museum where
they had that started in there. That's what I said. Use one part of it as a museum. The other offices you can even possibly look at getting small businesses up in there.
Yeah, or lease it out.
Different things.
Lease it out for events. It's a bunch of stuff.
All kind of things. That's why I said there's a lot of potential that
I gotta
take onto that.
I gotta take this though. Monongalia County. I didn't grow up over there. I grew up over here in Fairmont. Okay, they got an old African American high school, and the Board of Education is up in there. They lost it. They're up in there. Got their offices up in there, and it's not being used for.
Well, the one thing is, Dunbar is listed as a historian building, so they could never tear it down.
Okay. They got that. They got a sign up out there.
I don't know if they have a sign up, but I do know it's been listed as a
historical.
Well,
if it's
building.
A historical,
it ain't going nowhere. But we still need to utilize it.
Still got to utilize it
and use it as it should have been intended to be used at this point.
Right.
As like you said, a black museum sharing some of the history of that school and other things here in Fairmont that blacks has played a high role model in.
That's right.
And building this community where it's at and so forth. And then, like I said, the other areas, whatever, small vendor, whatever they can be used for. But yeah, and like you said, events that you want to do, a musical event, whatever, in town, whatever.
Right.
You can even host a Juneteenth there as far as it goes.
Discussion. We have, a lot of times we want to discuss issues and we got to use the church.
That too.
What better place than Dunbar High School?
Yeah. To build up, bring everybody together and got the space to do it.
Right. And then they used to have a little back where you play basketball in the back.
Yeah. They had that too. It was outdoors.
Did you go? You didn't go to your parents?
No, my cousin Mary Tate used to teach at Dunbar.
Right.
She was a teacher there. Plus, she attended there before she went to Miller. Dunbar's first in Miller.
Right. See, my family went to Dunbar.
Yeah.
And I didn't have Miss Mary Tate.
And I would like to continue seeing the Dunbar reunion because now they don't have the Dunbar reunion.
Right. They don't have a Dunbar reunion, but possibly if somebody wanted to, they was willing to work. They could do a Dunbar alumni.
Or whichever they want to do it. But some type of thing they need to have Dunbar.
Who made the decision to just end the Dunbar reunion?
Because they said people was dying off.
But they ain't.
Because they die off don't mean the younger generation
don't want to carry it, right? We could, a younger generation could carry it and just memorialize
the ones that were a part of that history. Because you don't want Dunbar history to die. Just let it go and that's it. Because you don't hear more about it.
Right.
It's almost like the same way with the Juneteenth. You don't want it to die. It's a symbolism of our heritage and a part of our unity into the community.
Right, but you got to pass it on to a younger generation.
Pass it towards that generation that want to take it over. So that's the key.
Okay.
But there's a lot of potential and stuff. But you got to have, like I said, you got to have movers and shakers in place for it, and that's where the hard part is getting people that want to be a mover and those that want to be a shaker. Well, we all can talk about it, but ain't nobody being about it. You know what I mean?
You already know I know. Look. A lot of times I shut up.
Yeah.
I mean, I get quiet because I really want to get something done. So you shut up.
Yeah.
And just go ahead on and do it.
Yeah. Don't be about it. That's what I say. If you're gonna do it, just be.
Because sometimes
my famous quote: "I can show you better than I can keep telling."
Yeah.
And that's all I can do.
Sometimes you'll talk it out and won't actually get it done.
No.
In some situations,
you get so tired of talking that you don't want to do nothing at that point. Because you feel you're banging your head against the wall.
No.
Because all you're doing has been talking this far, and ain't nobody trying to move.
Yes.
Yeah, you get frustrated. That's the part. It's hard.
Okay.
Stick with it.
Okay. I'm gonna turn my